स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्था त्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावन भूतेषु देवदेव जगत्पते. Srinivasan bro, can you read it? Srinivasan bro, can you read the translation?
Yes, Prabhuji. One second. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe.
Yeah, read the purport also.
The Supreme Lord Krishna can be known by persons who are in a relationship with him through the discharge of devotional service, like Arjuna and his followers. Persons of demonic or atheistic mentality cannot know Krishna. Mental speculation that leads one away from the Supreme Lord is a serious sin. And one who does not know Krishna should not try to comment on Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a statement of Krishna, and since it is a science of Krishna, it should be understood from Krishna as Arjuna understood it. It should not be received from atheistic persons, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.11. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yet jnanam advayam brahmetmi paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate.
Yes, bro. Go ahead.
You scrolled well. You scrolled.
No. I scrolled just after the word.
Okay. The Supreme Truth realized in three aspects as impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and at last as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, at the last stage of understanding this absolute truth, one comes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A common man or even a liberated man who has realized impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma may not understand God's personality. Such men, therefore, may endeavor to understand the Supreme Person from the verses of Bhagavad Gita, which are being spoken by this person, Krishna. Sometimes the impersonalists accept Krishna as Bhagavan, or they accept his authority. Yet many liberated persons cannot understand Krishna as Purushottama, the Supreme Person. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Purushottama. Yet one still may not understand that Krishna is the father of all living entities. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Bhuta Bhavana. And if one comes to know him as the father of all the living entities, still one may not know him as the supreme controller. Therefore, he is addressed here as Bhutesha, the supreme controller of everyone. And even if one knows Krishna as the supreme controller of all living entities, still one may not know that he is the origin of all demigods. Therefore, he is addressed here as Devadeva, the worshipful god of all demigods. And even if one knows him as the worshipful god of all demigods, one may know that he is the supreme proprietor of everything. Therefore, he is addressed as Jagatpati. Thus, the truth about Krishna is established in this verse by the realization of Arjuna. And we should follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna as he is. Surrender to me.
Yes. So I really like that point of speculation is a sin. You remember? The point. It's a serious sin. Right. Speculation is a serious sin. Yeah. So any reflections in nothing to this purpose? Yes.
No, thank you, Prabhuji. So I've been seeing like how Prabhupada goes into the details actually, the word by word as the adjectives that Arjuna gives actually.
Hmm.
Like maybe it's a classification actually, from lowest to the highest.
Hmm.
Right. Both, I don't know. I have to look into the verse actually.
I
Bhuta
can see.
Atma, Bhute, Bu.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
I can see. Prabhuji. Bhutatma, Bhuta Bhavana,
Hmm.
then Devadeva, Jagatpati, then Jagannatha, oh, no, Jagatpati, Purushottama, starting from, I don't know, can you show the verse, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yes, starting from Purushottama, I guess. Starting from Purushottama, Bhuta Bhavana, Bhutesha, Devadeva, Jagatpati.
Hmm.
Yeah. All these are good words actually, but Prabhupada gives it like a degradation. I mean, sorry, not degradation, the gradation
Hmm.
from the way of people can understand actually, right? Like the three absolute, three truths actually: Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, and Bhagavan.
Correct.
So based on that, he gives that these adjectives actually, starting from the
Oh, yeah.
Purushottama, Bhutatma, then Bhutesha, controller, and then Devadeva, and from Devadeva to Jagatpate. That's my reflection. And then that's my understanding. I read through this purport. And one thing is,
Yeah.
he was glorifying Arjuna, that Arjuna can give this realization because he was connected with him, Krishna, through the discharge of devotional service, actually. So we cannot simply comment on Krishna or give our realization without rendering any devotional service to Krishna. We should first render devotional service to Krishna, then try to understand him through the process of devotional service. Then we can give our realization. So that's why the mental speculation is a serious sin.
That's the reason so many commentaries are there, right? And that takes the people away from Krishna. Instead of towards Krishna, they go
Yes.
away from Krishna. Which part is it? Which part is it? So, like, if suppose somebody is not able to come to Krishna, Prabhupada says in one place, there is a violence. Like, if you are not preaching, it's because of our not preaching, people are not able to come to Krishna. So that is violence, Prabhupada says in the place, right? So, not preaching Krishna consciousness is violence. Nothing of somebody taking somebody away from Krishna. Like, somebody may want to come to Krishna, but because of the wrong interpretation, he goes away from Krishna. How sinful it would be. You understand? Like going away from we going away from Krishna. That itself is sin. The definition of sin is deliberate disobedience of the order of the Lord. That is sin. So now somebody is going away from Krishna. That is sinful. But think of somebody not just going away, but is misleading people who may when want to come to Krishna. They have at least some interest in spirituality, and then you mislead them. It's like too much, Like by your sinful activities, you may mislead some people, those who are inclined for sin. Okay. But somebody who wants to they have some approach to absolute truth, and then you misdirect them by your misinterpretation. How serious sin it is? That's Prabhupada saying. Mental speculation that leads one away from spiritual knowledge is a serious sin. So that's why so many commentaries, Gita commentaries there, but none of them is taking one towards Krishna. Correct. And then he says that common man or even the veteran man who has realized impersonal Brahman may not understand him, or localized may not understand God's personality. So, so they have to understand from Krishna only. But he's saying that many liberated persons cannot understand Krishna's Purushottama, the supreme person. So sometimes they have idea that so there are some Brahmavadi, they may consider Brahman higher than even Bhagwan. They may think like. They may not offend like Mayavadis, but still they are not properly situated because they are having their own idea of who is the supreme. So it's like Purushottama. He is the supreme among everything. In fact, Brahmano hi Patishtaham, Krishna says in Gita, that the 10% Brahman is also resting on Krishna. And yet, one still may not understand Krishna, the father of the universe. Okay. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him Bhuta Bhavana. Very nicely he describes how Purushottama, and then somebody may still yet still people may not understand Krishna, the father of leaders. Bhuta Bhavana. That means Bhut means all the living entities. He's the father of all the living entities. And then it says, but still one may not know him as supreme controller. Okay, so Bhuteshu, he is a supreme controller also. And even somebody knows him supreme controller, but he may not, still one may not know him as the origin of all the demigods. Okay, so Deva, he is the worshipful god of all the demigods. Even if one knows him as the worshipful god of all demigods, one may not know him, know that he is the supreme proprietor of everything. So therefore, there is Jagatpati. So therefore, that's the truth about Krishna established in this verse by Raghava Arjuna. We should follow the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna's age. So there is no scope of speculation left because of Arjuna clarifying the position of Krishna very beautifully in this verse. So no speculation is required. So here it says, as the Lord of the universe, Krishna protects the world through his teachings, such as the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna now requests Krishna to explain even more about himself. The next verse, Arjuna is going to ask, please tell me in details of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. So I'll pause here. Any comment by our Arya Prabhu or Poonam Mataji want to say anything? Arya Prabhu?
Krishna, can you repeat that one more time?
Sorry?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Pita?
Can you repeat that one more time?
No. Any reflection you want to have?
Yeah, I think pretty similar to Prabhuji. Like a lot of the ways that Prabhupada described, like that Arjuna describes Krishna, and also how Prabhupada's purports are very helpful to us because they help us understand like the gravity of Krishna, how he's both personal and how he's also Bhagwan at the same time. So there's so much potential that he has the ability to be personal with us. So I think a lot of the ways that the Prabhupada describes these verses and also how Arjuna's stuff, Krishna helps us understand that more.
Okay. So your voice a little bit not clear. Okay. Poonam Mataji,
Yeah, I'm outside, so I can't.
Poonam Mataji, you want to say anything?
Just that we should not speculate about Krishna if we don't understand. We cannot love him, or from our devotional service we can understand Krishna. We should not speculate about him and then
Correct. That's true.
If we don't understand it, we cannot say anything. Don't comment on Bhagavad Gita because this is the science of Krishna.
Yeah. When you don't know, then why you're commenting? Correct. Good point. You know, you say something. If you don't know, then why you're saying? Prabhupada's point was very simple. People don't know, but they will comment. Okay, we'll pause here. Hare Krishna.